For the latest now from Russia on Malaysia Airlines crash investigation and the economic sanctions, we're joined by our correspondent, Tom Barton, who is in Moscow. And Tom, we've heard the Russian investigators say they will travel to eastern Ukraine to visit the crash site. What do we know? What's the latest there?
Yes, potentially a ray of hope at the crash site after all this time. We've seen OSCE observers actually get there. We've also heard quite late in the day from talks being held in Belarus that potentially there will be a corridor opened for investigators to get to that crash site, with both sides, the Ukrainians and pro-Russian militants, reportedly supporting that and saying that they will allow safe passage. We've got that Russian team as well saying that they're going to go from Kiev with other international observers. Whether they will join with those who have been trying to get to the site already isn't known. And there is also potentially the risk that that investigation could become politicized, with Russia accusing Ukraine of having brought down that plane, and Ukraine and a lot of the rest of the international community accusing Russia and the pro-Russian rebels of having a hand in it as well. And unfortunately, the good news does stop there, because there's been severe fighting elsewhere in eastern Ukraine, with a huge offensive continuing by Ukrainian forces to try and oust those pro-Russian rebels.
Tom, there are new reports of sanctions, as you know. How are the Russian people reacting to this?
Yes, those new reports of EU sanctions now coming in on banks, including Russia's biggest retail bank, Sberbank, which the US sanctions didn't go so far as doing. We've seen in response from Russia an increasing list of food bans from various parts of Eastern Europe and Europe. Ukraine, milk banned, and now seeds as well, like sunflower seeds. Poland, we've seen vegetable bans, potential bans coming in from EU produce as well, possibly American chicken as well. So that's been the main official response from that as well. On the street, we've got some Russians who feel this is the right thing to do and feel that sanctions will only have a reverse effect on those imposing them. Others, though, more worried.
Tom Barton reporting live from Moscow. Thank you for the update.